Hello. I thought I pressed the go live button 3 times and I didn't.
I was staring, waiting for the little red box to come up. Like,
right? Hello, Brittany. Yes. We both, even though we both recently read it, we were both like just saying, what happened in this book? But I think there's just some things in this book that happened that I just blocked from my memory because I was sad.
That happened to me because I was like, wait, this happened?
We almost forgot the bad thing. Welcome, Deb, pre-spoilers.
It's the last one before everyone is new.
Right? And we'll talk about that one soon.
Well,
not right away, but December.
Yes.
Which I do have a potential date for us to talk about the December one.
I need to buy it. I should have bought it yesterday. I need to buy it.
I'm thinking the 13th, which is the second Saturday.
I must check my phone, which I can do at the end of the end of this episode. But because we're talking about, why is this book bigger than my head?
I know, it's huge. And then this book is like
itty bitty.
But yes.
Also, yes, Deb.
Yes. Oh, yes. I will click Deb. But yeah, these are the 2 books we read. They're like complete opposites. Yes, the new one is up next. I don't own it physically because it's only out in hardcover, and I own everything else in paperback, and I refuse to buy the hardcover.
They need to match.
They do. But here, actually, I can share my screen to show the cover of the next one. Thank you. I'm glad Deb understands. I like all these bookish people understand.
It's not like I actually read them in the physical medium, but
I did get so yeah, this is the one we're reading we're going to discuss in December. It is much shorter.
Also, I don't know if that's Kerrigan.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Because of that tiny pixels, doesn't look like Kerrigan. Also, could be a man.
Oh, that has an eye patch.
Oh.
At least I think. Maybe I should request it from my library. All right.
I don't. I was like, you're with me. That doesn't. At first glance, that doesn't look like Kerrigan, right?
Yeah, it's unsure. You're reading a super short physical book. Yeah. Okay. Deb, spoilers for me and Vampire Academy later. I'm this far into this book, and I'm not reading it as fast as I did the other ones. I feel like I'm gonna feel like this book is pointless, but we'll see. I still am coming to the live.
I watched the movie of that.
Oh yeah?
When it came out in theaters.
That's sad that your phone refuses to cast to the TV. All right, we should probably get going because we have like an hour. So, these did slow down. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that way. So, well, welcome to the live show. We are here to discuss Winterlight and Spirit of the Wood.
I think this is my favorite cover of all of them.
I also just realized, why is my camera showing my thing backwards?
It's on reverse, probably.
Hold on, let me fix that. It didn't do that last time. Wow, now the light is... There we go.
I mean, mine's reversed. I guess I can...
Yeah, I had a bad setting. So, again, sorry about this light. It will eventually leave my person. Actually.
Excellent.
It's the Winterlight, even though it's fall. It's the Winterlight coming to say hello.
It's also not winter in the setting.
No, it's not. It's the Winterlight is something completely different. Completely different.
I guess this is kind of not spoilery, but since we're at the end before new, what was your favorite so far?
I know this is a lot of people's where they just stop the series, but Mirror Sight's my favorite. I keep thinking about it, and I think the reason why is because it did a lot for Kerrigan's character, and it was so different than the others. And I think it actually propelled the series in the direction it probably needed to go. So I think the one that people like the least is my favorite, which is, very on par with me sometimes. What about you?
I think it might be Winterlight.
This book crushed me in so many ways. I do really like this book. It's kind of sad that I don't remember much about it.
There's just one scene that is really cool that I like a lot.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Deb, I do love your perfect emojis that describe what we're reading today. First book is always going to be your favorite. First book is a good, solid book. I do think that the High King's Tomb was my first star of the series, and then Black Veil, I do like those books a lot. They're definitely up there in my favorites. It's funny, I'm looking at Goodreads and I still have Mirror Sight as a 4-star, and I'm like, it's a 5-star. I need to change that.
I will say it's like with Mirror Sight, because Deb is on mute. Reading Mirror Sight again, growing up is realizing Cade is an asshole.
Yeah. Thank you. No, we appreciate you coming. I can't wait till you read this series sometime. Maybe you'll read it just in time for the last book to come out. Maybe. Okay. So we can get into spoilers now. I'm going to first talk about the first thing that both Brittany and Rachel are going to know what I'm going to talk about. Why did she kill Beryl? Why? I was so mad and upset, and I was screaming internally because I was listening to it at work, and I was just like, ah!
Is it bad that I forgot that happened? And I legitimately forgot. I was like, wait, this happened?
And the thing is, before the live show, you said, we're going to talk about the terrible thing. I'm like, what terrible thing? I think because I'm in denial that Beryl's dead. I think the reason why is because I wanted her character to do so much more things. Like, her character was a lot, but I wanted her character to do a lot more. Like, I just liked her character. I wanted to learn about her. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Well, I was like, then it leads to like Kerrigan's also in denial.
That's where you realize you are Kerrigan. No, I'm just kidding. As a reader.
Yeah. Well, I think it makes sense to send her because it's one of the higher profile missions.
Yeah. I agree with the part where it felt like it was building up something for Beryl, but I think the reality is they are in war. War is happening. Someone's going to die. And unfortunately, it had to be Beryl. She did last so long being an undercover agent that I'm glad we had this much time with her, but I'm still sad about it.
Yeah. In the reality, she's the least like emotional character of the Green Light Riders to kill off, really, because you don't really see her.
Yes. But I guess for me, it made such a big impact of her dying, because I just really liked her character since book 1.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense. But like, it's like logically, well, not logically, but it's like she's not emotionally invested to these characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's then, now that we talked about the death of the terrible, no good thing, let's talk about what happens in this book.
Kerrigan becomes more special, and they address that she is Special Girl.
She is Special Girl and a plaything for the gods.
Oh, the gods are so cool. That was actually amazing.
They are like you're our little pet project.
Well, actually meeting them and being like, oh, there's more of that you?
Yeah. I didn't say, I gave this book a 4.5.
Yeah, same.
She is most special. But yeah, her being a pet project for the gods, which we all kind of just guessed while reading the book, because she hasn't had a nap yet, like a real nap. No break for our girl.
Does not sleep.
No. Is she even allowed?
No, because bad things happen when she sleeps.
True.
But so, for context, her special thing, she becomes more special by becoming a princess of the Elysians.
Yes. That too.
Like, is this just a ploy to like marry her to somebody?
Yeah, it was either like marry her to someone new, or a reason for when Astoria eventually dies, because that's what I feel like is going to happen. That it will be a reason for Kerrigan and Zachary to be together. But they were also so honorable the entire time, even though now they have permission to go and be together. Which, man, our girl Astoria, she's awesome.
She does not deserve Zachary. No.
She does not. She deserves someone else.
Sorry, Zachary does not deserve her.
Yes. I know what you meant. Yeah, Zachary does not deserve her. Zachary and Kerrigan deserve each other. Astoria deserves, well, Cole will be, but he's dead. Someone new.
And I will say, the one thing I didn't like is like the Griffin's like, you're fated mates. I'm like, no, go away.
And then there's the Eltian who has this big crush on her and keeps following her around.
That's just creepy. That's big creepy.
Right? But he keeps saving her life, so it's like, well, my stalker saved my life.
Well, that's why I think like the Alicians are trying to marry, because I was like, when they said we adopted her, I was like, did you adopt her, or was she accidentally married to somebody in your clan to become a princess? Not accidentally, but unwillingly?
Basically convinced to be married. Or,
yeah, it's like, if you accept this, does that mean you accept a marriage or something? That's what I was.
Yeah. Sorry, I either move my chair up more or the sun's moving. It's probably the sun. Yeah, no, I totally agree. And now it also makes me wonder, though, was her mother's line always part of the royalty?
I don't know. I would think her mother's line is way too diluted now.
True. But yes, it also was a very Aragon thing to do, to have her adopted into the Eltians. Yes.
But she doesn't get magic elf powers like Aragon does.
She doesn't. Which I actually think, I'm going to say this, if you like the Aragon series, you may like this series.
I like the Aragon series. I haven't read the Aragon series in years, but I like the Aragon series.
I like the Aragon series, except the last book made me really mad.
I have never reread the last book since it came out, and I...
Mm-hmm. It was only... I'm not going to say any spoilers. It was just the way that the big bad was defeated. That's what made me...
I don't even remember how that happened, so...
I will not get into it in case someone here wants to read Aragon and not get spoilers.
It's okay. We keep switching between series at every one of these episodes. It's not the Wheel of Time this time.
That's true. It's not the Wheel of Time. This is like the Wheel of Time, but now it's like the Alagasia series, the Inheritance Cycle. Yes. So yes, she is now a princess. She is now a royal of the Eltians. And when Zachary learned that, he immediately thought, well, dang, it's too late now. Or, oh, dang, how can I not be with my wife anymore?
Yeah, he kind of pissed me off in this book because he was being like very guy. I'm like, fuck off. Sorry.
I agree. No, keep going. I'm just.
I know. I accidentally swore. I didn't mean to swear.
Oh! I didn't even notice. Yeah. No, he was being very guy, very. Yeah, there was a moment where, when like they were doing something together and talking. I think they were playing the game that's in this game, the board game. What's it called?
Intrigue.
Yes. I always want to call it Risk, but it's not Risk.
Sorry, I was like, and I was sitting there, like, will it get to come to my brain?
And even though I'm still a Zachary Kerrigan stan, I think they're the best people for each other. The way that he talked to her during Intrigue about her concerns felt a little like, oh, it's okay, child. It's okay. Don't worry about it, baby. And I'm like, no.
Well, he was trying to say, like, you're a royal now. I have to protect you. And I was like, this is weird.
It's like, no, Zachary Kerrigan. Actually, the gods wouldn't even let him do that. They would be like, sorry, Zachary, we need her to do stuff.
Unfortunately, she's a pawn to our will. So goodbye.
Yes, I did like the gods in here. They were very interesting, and I liked how they talked and everything to her.
Yeah.
Very Grecian, but fun.
I kind of we got more of the side characters. Well, actually, more about annoying male characters. Connolly, he is very stressed, but he was an annoying male character.
Yes, I agree. I remember the other bad thing that happened. I just remembered. Mapstone's not a green writer anymore.
Yeah.
I just remembered that. I was like, wait. That's right.
She's going to a really sad, bad place. Which, honestly, this feels like fits like Assassin, like Realm of the Elden Ring kind of storyline.
Yes. She's going through it.
And I don't know why, but I was like, this is a vibe of like particularly live ships.
I would agree with that. It's been a hot minute since I read Live Ships. I didn't like the last book in that series, but I also listened to the audiobook, and the narrator is awful.
But you also have Kerrigan's dad going off to be Manly Man.
Yes, Kerrigan's dad wanting to save Mapstone and his daughter and everything. By the way, I thought that's what this book was going to be about.
I didn't think so.
A little bit.
I looked at the cover and I was like, that's definitely a prequel.
Yeah, I didn't think that at all. All I saw was Mapstone. Okay. But yes, it would be great to have her be more involved in the next book. I'm very intrigued by that. Let's see what else. What else do we want to discuss in this book that we read a while ago, and I need to remember things? This definitely book makes it feel like it's setting up for the end. This is like the beginning of the end.
Yeah, because at least for me, because it feels like we're meeting the forward timeline, kind of. Because I think
yes, we are.
Mirror Sight kind of set up the end game of the end game plot.
Yeah, it basically is the not what's it called in
the Firefly device?
Right. The what?
The Firefly device?
Oh, I don't know that term.
No, it's
Explain the Firefly device.
No, sorry, dragonfly device. The one they're looking for in the tombs.
Oh, I was thinking more like a literary term of like, you know how the inciting incident, the climax, whatever.
Oh, I forgot the last bit of it.
That's okay. But so like, you know, the inciting incident is book 1. And then, but the arc of the story, we are reaching up towards the climax. We're getting really close to it. And Mirror Sight, I think, was I don't remember what it is. I'd have to look it up, but I don't feel like looking it up right now.
I think it starts with a D, but I also haven't.
I think you're right, but maybe someone in the comments can tell us what I'm thinking. But yeah, so that was Mirror Sight, and this is definitely pushing it more up that climax and everything.
Yeah, and because you have the searching for the tombs, and you find the dragonfly device that we talked about in book 5. I think we find it. And then you have the dragons and learning about them, and you have Anhurst like actually fighting against his nature.
Yeah. I think it's something along the lines of, so I think this actually is Mirror Sight and Firebrand, where our heroes always go to before the climax, they go down to like their lowest moment. And that was Mirror Sight and Firebrand.
Yeah. And I think Zachary's still there. I don't know if he's fought out of it yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's for sure still there. And I think that's why maybe feels different, is because he's like, man, all these things are happening, and he really does love Kerrigan, and he's always like trying to protect her and everything. But he's like, basically, she's all she did was put on a pin, and this is what's happened to her life. You know? So.
I will, yeah, because in Kerrigan, she got therapy in some way.
Yes, she did. She did get therapy, which actually sounded very much so like the therapy in this book. Similar.
It was slightly magical therapy.
Yes, magical therapy. Also, Lala's out on her own doing whatever.
Yeah. Maybe spin-off with Lala.
Spin-off with Lala.
I don't want spin-off with Lala. It's okay.
No. I don't either. Anything else?
I think my favorite scene in the book is the cover scene.
Oh, yes. This was a good scene.
Yeah. Because you learn about, like, it's Ash. That is, like, Ash, not, like... And her using to get survivors from a great fire.
It's so true. I agree. It was a really, really cool scene. I'm trying to remember what chapter that is. Wait, Dragonflies. I just turned to it. I think it happens here. Doesn't it? Or did that late different?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Anyway. But that was a cool scene. One of the things I really like what Kristen Britton has done in this book is she still involves a lot of characters that we've met. We don't forget about anyone, but she interweaves them into the story very seamlessly, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you have the Ash girl and her story. She gets a mini story plot. She's a newer character, but
yeah. Like, one of my problems with the third book in the Scythe series, and also with one of the Red Queen books, is that we all of a sudden get these point of views that are just brand new, and it's like very jarring. And you're like, wait, what? I was following these characters and everything, but she definitely builds up as the series goes on, which is really cool.
Yeah, so I was gonna say this is a really weird for the 5th book in the Malazan Book of the Fallen series. It's like a prequel that has none of the characters you yet met. And I hated everything.
Is that a book everyone loves in the series? I don't know.
I don't know. Admittedly, I've read all of Malazan Book of the Fallen, and people love that series. I had a horrible time after a while, though I gave one book 5 stars.
Nice. I have the first 3 books on audio. I need to read them sometime.
Book 3 was my favorite. It also made me cry multiple times.
Oh no. I've had this coming up. I haven't said anything. I agree. Lala, I hate her so much. There has been this. Some people have thought like she's on the autistic spectrum, which I personally don't see it. But also, I may not be well versed in that, so I don't know. Also, wasn't specifically said by Kristen Britton. But I think Lala's just someone who grew up in a very sheltered world and was kind of brainwashed.
Also, was like I think she was actually just mute.
Not yeah, like she was just she just couldn't talk. I agree. Let's see. My favorite scene. I don't know. I didn't take. I got worse at taking notes as we read through the series, and I should have taken notes since I read this so early in the month.
Join me in chaos. It's okay.
Right? Actually, I think I read at the end of last month, so that's just a whole eternity ago.
I mean, we did have to make this live show short, so.
True. But I didn't want it to be like 30 minutes only because I'm like, well, I actually remember this one more than I do this one because I just finished it today.
Well, I do think that I feel like this book is too long.
I agree. That's why it was a 4.5.
Yeah.
There was definitely times that I was zoning out a little bit. But I did enjoy my time overall with it. It was really cool. It had some really shocking moments that definitely feels like, oh, stakes are still involved. Everything like that. With the multiple deaths of people. Kerrigan growing as a character. Zachary and Kerrigan now have permission to spice it up in their own lives. But they're like, nah, bro.
Open relationship, kind of.
Right? Which I really... I love a story of where she's like, I couldn't be with the person I loved because he died. But even then, before that, I probably couldn't have. So I want someone to be happy in life where I couldn't be happy. And I'm like, also, Astoria, you're too good.
Girl, get a boyfriend.
She does need a boyfriend. But her life is probably her kids now.
But doesn't mean she can't have a good boyfriend.
True, but I think, but yes, she definitely was like, I liked how she says, even though it's an open relationship now, even though I don't imagine Kerrigan and Zachary doing anything, but she's like, be there for the kids though, okay, bro? Don't let this get anywhere.
Yeah.
That book could have been definitely, yes, at least 7%. If not 10. I think it's the longest book in the series.
It is. I think the 8th book is shorter, I think.
It is. It's like it's less than 700 pages.
Though it has the longest title, and I never remember the title.
Falling in a Sea of Stars. Yeah, I keep on wanting to say the Christopher Paolini title. For sure. Brittany, did you have any favorite parts that you might remember about this book? And what do you think about... Oh, we can actually do a part where we can predict. After we talk about this, let's also talk about predictions for book 8.
Mm-hmm.
What might happen. But yeah. I know Brittany hasn't read Spirit of the Wood. I'm pretty sure, because she's still on Firebrand, I think. But while we wait, I'm going to show pictures from The Spirit of the Wood. I did end up buying the audiobook for this, to be honest.
I will say, this is the one I don't like. That book is only on Audible.
Yes. I would have just gotten it from the library, but since it was an Audible exclusive, it's still DAW Books. I don't understand. So here's the front one with the squirrel. Whoop, there we go.
The squirrel was main character.
Squirrel was the main character. And then Kerrigan and what's his bucket? Not Kerrigan. Sorry. Mapstone.
Wait, Mapstone?
In Tavin. There's actually quite a few pictures, and I really do like them. Oh, wait. Kitty. I don't remember enough to have a favorite part. Okay. Do you remember the barrel thing shocking you? And how did you feel about Astoria being too good for everyone? I agree. She should be queen. Zachary should fake his death. Him and Kerrigan should go run off, and Astoria should be queen. She's a better queen than Zachary's a king.
What is it? She should be queen regnant while Zachary leaves, and to like, she's basically queen for the children.
Mm-hmm. Right. Especially since she's like, you know what? I don't love you, but you love Kerrigan. Be together. Why don't we just take it a step further? It's like, pretend to die, Zachary, so that you can marry Kerrigan, and then I can marry someone else,
or just abdicate,
Okay, that's a good point. That has been a discussion in previous books, I think, or ideas.
I don't know if it would be pure geography or if it will do the English route.
Maybe. But I would love that. I think Zachary is done being king. He's tapped out.
You know, I wouldn't mind if both Zachary and Kerrigan both die at the end. And like
I don't know how I feel about that.
But like go to the stars for like they like become like avatars or something.
Okay. In that sense, I would be okay with that too.
I don't know. It just feels appropriately tragic. Oh, this book is not even that tragic, but you know.
No. Do we think Kristen Britton's gonna do that though?
Probably not. She doesn't seem to take a lot of risk with characters.
No. Not too much. She just likes to kill people we love.
That's only happened to Beryl, and I don't think most people like Beryl.
I know, like for most people, they'd be like, "Yeah, so what? Beryl dies," and I'd be like, "But no."
She killed Fiore, but I didn't care about him. He was not that much in the book.
Yeah. All right. Any last words on this book? I'm excited. Oh, hold on. We have another word. Oh. True. Exactly. That's a good point.
I don't feel particularly like these characters are too much in danger because sometimes with the author, you know, anybody could die. You know?
Yes.
And not necessarily that's a bad thing that I don't feel bad worried about the characters. Because I'm still immersed in the story. But like Kerrigan being kidnapped by writers, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Brittany, do you care to read Wheel of Time?
Say no.
Let me know. I know there's a delay, so and you don't care to read Wheel of Time. Okay. I'm going to get into a slight Wheel of Time spoiler. Okay, you don't care. I'm going to show that we have permission that she doesn't care. When I bring this down, I will stop my Wheel of Time spoiler. But so one of the things with Wheel of Time that's kind of annoying is that you think people will die, but then they really don't, especially the core cast. It took until Brandon Sanderson wrote the books to actually kill someone off at the end.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Like
even oh, hold on. Oh, my husband stalled in book 3. Okay. The book's still up, still spoilers. But yeah, even the main character guy, I was gonna say Rhysand, that's not him, that's Qatar. Rand, he has this whole, except Brandon Sanderson didn't kill him, because Robert Jordan didn't want him to die. Rand has this whole like death scenes thing, and he really is actually alive. It's rather annoying. So I'd rather, okay, actually, this is actually, yeah, no, I'm still going to keep this up because I'll say a slightly spoiled thing, but I'd rather have a person not kill core characters than fake their deaths and bring them back to life all the time. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Spoilers over.
Sometimes you need that because you don't need to. It's like a show, like a horror show. It's just like people are gonna die, and you know that people are gonna die,
right? And it could be the main character.
But I don't get that. Yeah, I don't get the vibe from Kristen Britton.
No. There was this one series that I love. It's a trilogy. I'm not going to tell you what it is because the main character in the last book does die.
I'm thinking of a series.
It's a middle grade YA series.
It might be the series that I'm thinking of that was very popular after Hunger Games.
Oh, no, it wasn't after Hunger Games, I don't think. Send me a message. Oh, I know what series you're talking about. It's not that series.
Okay.
It's, hold on. I'm still going to send you a message.
I don't care about it.
Okay.
Yes, I am talking about that one.
It's not that one. It's one that very little people read. Well, not very little people. It has a good following to it. But anyways, it's one of my favorite series. I want to reread it sometime soon. But the main character's death at the end made sense.
You should tell me later because I really don't care about spoilers.
Okay. That's fair. Actually, I'll send you a private chat. How about it?
Yeah. Admittedly, I will still read it if I'm spoiled more.
It is great. It came out post Harry Potter. Because one of the taglines was like, Harry Potter's got nothing on this magician or something like that. Which I agree. Harry Potter has nothing on these magical beings, these magical people. Which if people really want to look up what that is, they could probably just do that. So yeah, this is one of my favorites.
Oh, I am gonna read that. I know that. Say that again? I'm gonna read that. It's been on my TBR forever.
Yay! I love this book. I love it. So yeah, spoilers for the end, but I think you'll still like it.
When I eventually get to it, I'll probably have forgotten.
That's good. All right, but yes, it's like sometimes the death needs to happen, and sometimes it doesn't. So in this case, we all agree Kerrigan's probably going to be fine.
Unless it's like the last book, then maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. It'd be really difficult for her to switch to a different main character if she killed Kerrigan off early.
Yeah, but the only reason I say the last book is because she has the goddess of death kind of vibe going on.
True. That's a good point. All right. Spirit of the Wood.
Yeah. It's like, I don't own the paperback.
But yeah, Winterlight was good. Okay, Spirit of the Wood. I'm glad that this one was a novella.
Yeah, it was okay. It was. I think I like the other one more but
same. And like this one is in a collection of short stories, so that's why I was glad it was like a novella, not a collection of short stories again. Because I kind of almost thought it was similar, but I'm happy. Squirrel was the best character. Who was your favorite character?
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
It is. I was like, there's like three. There's Knapstone, Boy, and Squirrel,
and Hermit.
Obviously, I paid much attention about characters' names.
Yeah, I thought this was fine. I think this is a picture of the Hermit that Kristen Britton drew.
Oh, I guess that he is slightly important because you get whatever his race is.
Yes. At first I was thinking as I was reading it or listening to it, I was like, this part of me was like, if people really wanted to have a taste test of her writing, they could read this and they'd be fine. But then towards the end, I made me go, huh.
It's explicitly a 7.5, so I think it has to be after Winterlight.
I agree, especially towards the end. But it was just the beginning part. I'm like, oh, this doesn't seem very spoilery, and this could be a good introduction if you want to see if you like it. But yeah, no, especially with the reveals at the end with his race, and even just like some of the magic stuff in here, and also the basically Mapstones told about Kerrigan.
Yeah. Which is weird to me, but it's very vague enough that I was like, I'm not too angry.
Yeah. I also feel like it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
So if Brittany, if you never read this, it's okay.
Only thing really is that unless that dude becomes important in book 8, or that dude's race.
True. That's a good point. Another squirrel picture. That's character.
But it's also like 100 pages.
Yeah, it's super short. So besides Squirrel being your favorite character, what did you think of Tavin? Like, it was really interesting. I thought this book was also going to be in Mapstone's point of view, but then it ended up being in someone else's completely.
And I guess that makes sense because it's following like her after she gets her giant scar, and she's mostly out of it for the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I liked his power, and it was interesting that he had a strong enough power to be able to use his power without a brooch.
Yeah, I thought that was very interesting. I tried reading it when it came out. Oh, this one? It did not get far, and it's super short.
It's not my favorite.
No, I mean, I gave it a 4-star because I don't know why I gave it a 4-star. Because it wasn't like a 3-star feel. It wasn't quite a 4. It's a weird.
If it was any longer, I would be angry.
Yes. Yeah, if this was like a full-length novel, I would have been like, why?
Because it didn't give, like, it's like, we already know everything about Mapstone, really.
Right? And like, the only thing I can see, like you said, is if his race comes into, like, the Hermit comes back later. But also the fact that you said that Tavin doesn't need a brooch to use his empathy skills. I wonder if that's going to come into play later with Kerrigan. Or
somebody else has his powers that is important because he's dead.
Yes. You were eyeball reading. Okay. Brittany, I might actually give you my login for Audible so you could just listen to it.
It is 4 hours, and that is so.
Yep. It is super short. So yeah, that's the only reason why I feel like this could be necessary, because of those two reasons. But even then, it could be like just like not super relevant.
Yeah. I was like, what is there anything else to say other than I did not like I don't like prophecy. That was weird.
Yeah. I don't think there really is much to say with this. I might put my rating down a little bit for it.
I think I put it as a 4.
4? Okay. It has a surprisingly high rating on Goodreads.
It really depends. I guess it might be lower. It's just not offensive.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying in general with the community, it has a 4.35 star rating, which I think is insane. So, anywho. All right, really quick. Do we have any theories about falling in a sea of stars?
I would like to think.
Like
so. So this is, I sometimes read books in trilogy. Like, if this is a 9-book series, Winterlight was the first book in the last arc trilogy.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
Book 8 would be the middle book where all the rising action, and then book 9 would be the conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
So I think book 8 is gonna set up a lot of the dragons and the conflict.
I can see that. Probably only true fans have read it. Otherwise, people wouldn't have gotten. Yeah, that's true. For the Spirit of the Woods, there's a delay. I always forget to wait a little longer for the delay. So sorry. I would love that if that was the case. If this was more set up and stuff. Because yeah, I can solely see this as the beginning of the end. We are all excited for dragons.
Because I think they're gonna go back to the castle and do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be more character focused with all the different characters, which I would be interested in.
Yeah.
The other theory is because of the cover. If that is Kerrigan, I'm still not convinced that is Kerrigan. Gods are going to do stuff.
Oh, I feel like we're gonna have a lot of god stuff. I'm going to read the description of the book real quick. So this is what we're...
I was going to say, you have to keep your thoughts raw before you figure out...
Okay, fine. I'll keep my thoughts raw before I read it. So Zachary is probably going to be really depressed about Kerrigan because Kerrigan seems very much so more like, no, I don't want to have this relationship. I want to be honorable. But Zachary seems like he kind of was like toying with the idea.
Yeah. It's like, oh God, I have permission. I get to be bad.
What? So, we are gonna get more dragon stuff for sure. I feel like Kerrigan's gonna be doing something, and King Zachary's gonna be depressed without her because now that he has permission to sleep with her, it's just gonna be like that. Blackveil hasn't been mentioned too much lately, and I feel like that's gonna come back. I feel something's gonna happen with the Eltians with the guy who is in love with her.
Invar?
Hmm?
I forgot his name.
So.
It's like Invar or something.
And then I feel like some more people could die. Like Elton, whatever his name is.
Maybe, but he's in love with the main character's best friend.
Oh, I think he might die.
Yeah.
Because wasn't there a thing about him at the end of this one?
Yeah, because I think Blackveil's like stirring up or something.
Yeah, that's why I think there's going to be a lot of crap happen in Blackveil. For sure. And I think that's what's going to get him killed. Is stuff that's happening there. That's true. Zachary did want her as a mistress before. Yeah. That was pre-marriage. I think you're right. Are we? I think it's really funny how we're like, Zachary is not a guy, like, if whatever, a person for us to date, that type of person. But like, he's for Kerrigan, or he's not for Astoria, but he's definitely for Kerrigan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she could kill off Alton, but probably last book. I don't know. He could die in this book, but true. He is the one that's doing. He's like the last of the line, isn't he? With the wall. Or does he have brothers?
I don't remember.
Okay. But yeah, no. Yes, Zachary's not for our girl Astoria, but he's for our girl Kerrigan. What does it say about what we think of Kerrigan if we say that?
I think Kerrigan would hit him.
Yes. Kerrigan has this very, and this has been shown in the beginning of the series, has this idea of what she wants her love to be like. And I'm really glad that she's sticking with it, because I think Zachary needs somebody like that to, or whoever she's with. Actually, even if she went with Amber Hill, those men need someone with her.
Yeah.
Like someone like that in their lives.
I thought Amber Hill was going to get with Beryl.
With Beryl?
Yeah.
Interesting.
For like a hot minute, then that happened.
Right? Same. Stupid possession. Alton does have a younger brother. Oh, so he could die. There was something else that I have a prediction before I read this description.
Oh.
Yes.
Really, really crazy thing. Last book, all of like the magic goes away from the Green Riders or something.
Ooh.
Anyways.
Maybe. That's interesting. And that's why maybe this book could come into fruition of helpfulness, because they have to find the people who have magic without a brooch. I don't remember what the other prediction I had was. Oh, I really hope. Oh, this is a prediction. This is more like a hope. Astoria finds love. Actually, if Kerrigan and Zachary die at the very last book, as long as Astoria is happy and has love, I'm okay with that. That's what I've decided.
I like that this is the evolution where we stand Zachary and Kerrigan. They're just like, no, they're kind of bad.
Hey, relationships are complicated. Books are complicated.
We're like, guys, it's mostly Zachary. Stop being so down bad.
Right? No dying. No dying. Shush.
She should just be the ruler of subcapacity.
Yes, but I agree with the second half. Happily ever after, for sure. Paul's just like, no, a story needs to be happy. Oh my goodness, if Astoria dies in this book, I think I might throw my Kindle across the room, or
I'm gonna get a very unhappy message again.
No, I can't do that because it's spoilers for I think this one I'm definitely not going to do any messages because Winterlight was a reread for you. And Brittany, I was okay sending you messages because, whatever, but I will not share any thoughts until the live show.
Okay. Anyways.
Real quick. So after Sakuraga's victory over the Second Empire, Kerrigan's life as a Green Rider should have settled into an ordinary routine, but her father's abrupt departure to rescue Mapstone from faraway distant lands has left Gladrian's business in disarray and Kerrigan's hands full. Kerrigan has to do business?
I mean, she's already doing all the writer business with all the money.
Right? Oh, so she's no longer like the lieutenant anymore, so she has more freedom to do stuff.
Not first writer, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, whatever Mapstone was, that someone got mad and Leah had a hissy fit about Kerrigan being in charge. Anyway, even as Kerrigan tries to sort out the clan's mess, a darker, more perilous crisis casts its shadow over her. Mornhaven the Black has reawakened. Bum bum bum.
Which makes sense given that was like book 3 or something, or book 2.
Right? We kind of knew he was going to come back. We just didn't predict it in our predictions.
Well, because that's what happens in Mirror Sight, really.
True. Good point. Moreover, he has freed 2 undead wraiths from their imprisoning tombs to hunt Kerrigan down and bring her to him in Blackvale Forest. So we have wraiths, and I love that.
Very Lord of the Rings.
Very. In a deadly confrontation with one of the wraiths amid the frivolity of the Harvest Ball, Kerrigan is left vulnerable to the intrigues of another old adversary she thought she destroyed long ago. It does not say who. Haunted by the unceasing rhythm of the dance, she falls endlessly through the frigid dark of the heavens, and even Westrian, god of death, cannot save her. Zachary, bereft, hopeless, keeps vigil for her safe return. If they are not reunited, her loss may destroy him, and any chance of Sakurada has of overcoming Mornhaven's dark designs.
Zachary, he needs to stop being like the Mourning Widow, because that's what he is in every.
That's his role. You know what? It's kind of a fresh take on gender role swapping. Like usually the women are my man is away, but no, the king is a man, and it's like my woman's away. Wraiths and a harvest ball, yes.
Every book, she's like, it's like Kerrigan's in danger. Kerrigan's also always in danger.
Right, he needs to get over that. Well, thanks. Anything else we want to say about the next book? It's going to be December 13th at 2 p.m.
Let me double check my. Yeah, I have that. Yeah.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay. This is the time. Again, I'm going to send you a message because I will forget. Actually, I did a pretty good job remembering this time. But Saturday. Wait. Yes, 2 p.m. is fine. I just double checked the time. I was like, wait, I'm like, I'm dog sitting, so 2 p.m. is perfect because then I can let the dog out and everything.
Also, Brittany.
Yes, Brittany is this. Oh, wait. Shadell. Ooh.
Shadell? Yeah.
Shadell? Oh, Shadell. Brittany, does this time work for you? And will you have time to catch up?
Will you read the last book?
I mean, she's read the whole series. The last book is like a reread, but no, not a reread. Sorry, the last book is going to be brand new. So, I did say no to my. I did actually get the audiobook like from Libby, and then I was like, no, I don't want it yet. Too early.
I mean, I literally just downloaded it, so.
Gotcha. I probably won't read it till December.
Yeah, no, mine's not till next month, but I was like, wait, I forgot that my credit came in yesterday, so I needed to buy it from Libra.
Nice. Yeah, it came in from Libby, so I just have it suspended. Yay! Perfect. Well, this was an adventure this year.
We did it in a year.
Right? Go us. High five.
I do like that I said we should do a read-along when the 8th book comes out like 4 years ago.
And then look, we did it in a year and not 3.
Yeah, I it's not Wheel of Time, which scared me.
But yeah, I think those were like 2 months per book. Yeah. Which is why it took longer.
Yeah.
Which I get. The books are long.
Yeah. So. Anyways, I guess we should wrap it up given that you have 3 minutes.
Yeah. Close enough. Anyways, I'll catch you next time. Thank you again for coming, Brittany, and we'll see you all in December for the Christopher Paolini title book. No. Bye.